Hello Lakers fan, if you are one of those who are always up to date with the news about our Lakers, then you need to stay tuned to what is coming up on our Lakers news channel. I am preparing exclusive coverage on the possible signings of LAKERS, and what I can tell you is that rumors are catching fire on social media, and if you don't want to miss any information, stay tuned. We have exclusive news every day. If you are a true Lakers and don't want to be left out of the news, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's go to the video.
Lakers news. LeBron James unfazed by Anthony Edwards' physicality in first-round series. LeBron James, a seasoned veteran of countless playoff battles, knows better than anyone that postseason basketball is a different beast. The stakes are higher, and the way the game is officiated reflects that. Fouls that would be called in the regular season? Often overlooked once the playoffs begin. After the Los Angeles Lakers' early exit in the first round, James opened up about the level of physicality on his podcast Mind the Game, which he co-hosts with Steve Nash. One name came up more than once: Minnesota Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards. James made it clear, he's fine with a physical game. In fact, he welcomes it. But what he doesn't appreciate is the inconsistency in how it's called. If that's how the game's gonna be played, that's fine by me, James said. But it's gotta go both ways. I was trying to make a cut and Ant just body checks me with both arms. I'm 5 yards off the ball. If this were the NFL, that's a flag every time. But hey, it was fun. It was intense. You just start wondering, where's the line? Or is there even one? James wasn't complaining, he was calling for fairness. He acknowledged that Edwards, often matched up against him, seemed to get more leeway when it came to using his hands. The 22-year-old guard even admitted during the series that he was trying to be a pest to the 40-year-old legend, knowing full well how strong and dominant James still is. It's a debate that comes up every year. Why does the game change so much in the postseason? The regular season and playoffs can feel like two entirely different sports, and the players know it. But James, ever the competitor, takes it all in stride. You're not getting away with that stuff in the regular season. In the playoffs? Maybe. So let's test it and see what happens. As for what's next for James, he's kept quiet about his future, especially in the wake of the Lakers' loss. Still, early signs point to him exercising his player option and returning for at least one more season in 2025-26. And knowing LeBron, he's far from done competing at the highest level. James' candid remarks didn't go unnoticed. His reflections on officiating sparked conversations across sports media, with analysts and former players weighing in on the ever-changing standard of playoff basketball. Some praised his transparency, while others suggested it was a subtle way to hold the league accountable without outright criticism. What stood out the most was James' tone, not one of frustration, but of competitive spirit and leadership. He wasn't making excuses for the Lakers' early exit. Instead, he used the platform to highlight a broader issue many players have voiced for years: consistency in officiating, especially when the stakes are highest. Meanwhile, Anthony Edwards' performance throughout the series only added fuel to the fire. The young Timberwolves star emerged not just as a dominant scorer, but also as a fearless defender, even when matched up against one of the greatest players of all time. His boldness and intensity drew both admiration and criticism, with some questioning whether the referees gave him too much freedom due to his rising star status. Edwards himself seemed unfazed by the noise. When asked about guarding LeBron, he responded with his trademark confidence. That's LeBron James. If you don't bring everything you've got against him, you're gonna get exposed. I wasn't trying to disrespect him, I was trying to make it tough. That's what competitors do. As the dust settles, the Lakers organization now faces several tough decisions. With another first-round playoff exit, pressure is mounting on the front office to retool the roster around LeBron and Anthony Davis. Questions swirl about the coaching staff, potential trades, and how much longer the team can realistically contend with its current core. But perhaps the biggest storyline is LeBron himself. Despite turning 40 later this year, he continues to play at an elite level, showing no visible signs of slowing down. According to reports from league insiders, James is leaning toward picking up his $51.4 million player option for the 2025-26 season, a move that would all but guarantee he remains in purple and gold for at least one more year. What's more, the possibility of playing alongside his son, Bronny James, looms large. With the younger James eligible for the 2024 NBA draft, several teams, including the Lakers, are rumored to be considering him, not just for his potential, but also for what it could mean in drawing LeBron back for a historic father-son duo. For now, LeBron's focus remains on rest, reflection, and preparation. Whether it's addressing officiating standards or mentoring the next generation, his influence on the league is as strong as ever. One thing is certain, if LeBron does return next season, he won't just be coming back to play, he'll be coming back with a point to prove. Sean McVay praises J.J. Redick's visit to Rams practice, a cross-sport exchange of leadership. J.J. Redick's first season as head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers exceeded most expectations. In what many considered a bold experiment, the former NBA sharpshooter led the Lakers to an impressive 50-32 record in the 2024-25 season, clinching the third seed in the Western Conference. His playoff debut may have had its bumps, but the overall trajectory of Redick's rookie year on the sidelines has left the Lakers organization feeling optimistic about the future. Sure, there were moments where Redick looked every bit the first-time head coach, but what set him apart was how quickly he learned, adapted, and above all, owned his areas for growth. Now, with his first full off-season ahead of him, Redick isn't slowing down. He's leaning into growth mode, reflecting, learning, and looking for ways to sharpen his leadership skills. That journey recently took him to the practice field of the Los Angeles Rams, where he met with head coach Sean McVay and spent time absorbing insights from one of the brightest minds in football. McVay, speaking to the Rams.com's Stu Jackson, had high praise for Redick's visit, saying he genuinely enjoyed having the Lakers coach around the team and valued the conversations they shared. Both Redick and McVay share more than just a city. They're young, cerebral coaches navigating massive expectations in the high-pressure world of Los Angeles sports. McVay knows all too well what it means to shoulder the hopes of a championship-hungry fanbase, especially after leading the Rams to a Super Bowl victory in 2021. His admiration for Redick comes from a place of mutual understanding and respect. And for Redick, this wasn't just a casual drop-in. It was part of a broader philosophy he's embraced: never stop learning. Despite the differences between basketball and football, Redick sees parallels in leadership, preparation, and team culture, and McVay, known for his tactical brilliance and emotional intelligence, offers plenty of inspiration. The two coaches actually spoke before Redick officially took the Lakers job, and Redick had expressed an interest in reconnecting with McVay during the season. This visit gave him that opportunity, a chance to build on their shared values and continue developing his voice as a leader. Redick's drive to grow hasn't gone unnoticed inside the Lakers organization either. When he was first hired, there was understandable skepticism, especially from team governor Jeannie Buss, who reportedly had concerns about his lack of coaching experience. But Rob Pelinka, the team's president of basketball operations, believed in Redick's vision, communication skills, and potential to build something long-term. Looking back now, those early doubts are starting to fade. Redick is still writing his story in Los Angeles, and if his first season is any indication, he's not just here to coach. He's here to evolve, to lead, and to build something real. Whether it's courtside or on a football field, J.J. Redick is soaking in every lesson and shaping a future that could leave a lasting legacy. Redick's visit to the Rams wasn't just symbolic, it became a talking point across the Los Angeles sports scene. Media outlets highlighted the moment as a sign of a new era in coaching, younger, forward-thinking leaders who aren't afraid to cross traditional boundaries to learn from one another. In a city built on championships and legacy, Redick's hunger to grow, and his humility to learn from someone outside his sport, struck a chord. Many around the NBA took notice. Players and coaches alike praised Redick's willingness to seek mentorship and broaden his perspective. It sent a message to both the Lakers roster and the league at large. Redick isn't just relying on his playing career or name recognition, he's putting in the work. Veterans on the Lakers, including Anthony Davis and D'Angelo Russell, reportedly appreciated Redick's openness and adaptability throughout the season. His visit to the Rams only reinforced the idea that he's all in, not just on X's and O's, but on building a sustainable winning culture. Meanwhile, Sean McVay's endorsement added credibility to Redick's approach. McVay, widely regarded as one of the most innovative minds in football, has built a culture in which curiosity, constant learning, and emotional connection with players are central pillars. For Redick, seeing that firsthand offered more than technical takeaways, it affirmed the importance of authenticity and presence in leadership. What stood out about J.J. McVay shared was how intentional he is. You can tell he cares deeply, not just about winning, but about doing it the right way. He's asking the right questions. That's what great leaders do. The relationship between the two coaches is expected to continue, with talks of future collaborative sessions between Lakers and Rams staff. In fact, Redick is believed to be building a coaching council of sorts, a small group of mentors across different sports and industries that he can lean on during tough stretches. McVay, according to sources close to both organizations, will be a key part of that inner circle. Back at El Segundo, Redick now turns his focus toward preparing the Lakers for what could be a defining 2025-26 season. With LeBron James likely to return and a core of talented players under contract, expectations remain sky-high. Redick is reportedly working closely with the front office to fine-tune the team's style of play and address weaknesses that emerged during the playoffs. There's also speculation that Redick will have more input in personnel decisions this offseason, a sign of the trust he's earned. His ability to connect with players, combined with his evolving basketball mind, has given the Lakers confidence that he's more than just a short-term solution. Ultimately, J.J. Redick's journey is just beginning. But if his first year is any indication, he's not trying to copy anyone's blueprint. He's crafting his own, one conversation, one collaboration, one lesson at a time. In a city where the spotlight never dims, Redick is proving he doesn't just belong, he's here to lead. Lakers rumors: LeBron James expected to pick up player option for 2025-26 season. After wrapping up his 22nd season in the NBA, LeBron James finds himself at yet another career crossroads. As the dust settles from the Lakers' playoff exit, the basketball world is watching closely to see what the league's all-time scoring leader will do next. James, who has spent the last 8 seasons in Los Angeles, hasn't yet committed to returning for a 23rd year. He's made it clear that any decision will come only after taking time to reflect and talk things over with his family. At the center of the speculation is LeBron's $52.6 million player option for the 2025-26 season, a decision he must make by June 29th. Opting in would keep him under contract with the Lakers for 1 more year. Opting out would make him an unrestricted free agent, free to negotiate a new deal with the Lakers, or explore opportunities with other teams. While there's still time before the deadline, ESPN's Shams Charania shared on the Pat McAfee show that signs point to LeBron opting in. "I've been told he's likely to opt in," Charania said. "It's a massive player option, around $54 million. That's the current expectation. But again, his deadline is June 29th, so he has a few more weeks to talk things through. He and the Lakers still have to have some honest conversations about the direction of the team. Because at this point in his career, LeBron wants to compete. Period." Charania added that should LeBron return for year 23, it wouldn't be just any season, it would be a storybook one. It's his 23rd season. He wears no 23. The All-Star Weekend is in Los Angeles. If this ends up being his final run, what a way to go out. The ball is in the Lakers' court. Lakers GM Rob Pelinka has made it clear, the franchise wants LeBron back. But it's not just about keeping him, it's about building a team that gives him a legitimate shot at another title. LeBron, now 40, isn't just here to play, he's here to win. And if Pelinka can't assemble a championship-caliber roster, it could heavily influence LeBron's decision, whether or not he picks up the option. If he does opt in without taking a pay cut, which is currently the expectation, the Lakers will face serious limitations in free agency. Their flexibility would be restricted to minimum contracts and the taxpayer mid-level exception worth just over $5 million, a tight budget for a team with title aspirations. Rich Paul, even I don't know what comes next. Adding a bit more intrigue, LeBron's longtime agent, Rich Paul of Clutch Sports, recently admitted he's not sure what the future holds. "I can't say how much longer LeBron will play," Paul said. "That's up to him. It's about how he feels physically and mentally, and what kind of situation he's walking into." All signs still suggest a return, but with LeBron, nothing is ever certain until it's official. Whether he's suiting up for one last ride or positioning himself for a deeper long-term playoff push, the next move could define not just the final chapter of his career, but the Lakers' immediate future. As the NBA off-season unfolds, the spotlight remains firmly on LeBron James and his impending decision regarding the 2025-26 season. The 40-year-old Los Angeles Lakers superstar faces a pivotal choice: opt into his $52.6 million player option or explore new horizons in free agency. While the deadline looms on June 29th, insiders suggest that James is leaning towards opting in, primarily due to the substantial financial commitment involved. NBA. However, this decision isn't solely about money. James' agent, Rich Paul, has emphasized that the choice hinges on more than just financial considerations. "It's not the physical aspect, it's where you're at mentally," Paul remarked, highlighting the importance of James' psychological and emotional readiness for another season. Additionally, James is recovering from a knee injury sustained in April, which may influence his decision-making process. The Times of India. Complicating matters is a reported frosty relationship between James and the Lakers front office. Tensions have arisen over roster decisions, notably the team's failure to acquire a center, a need highlighted by former teammate Anthony Davis before his trade to the Mavericks. Despite these challenges, the expectation remains that James will return to the Lakers, potentially on a new deal that could include a pay cut to facilitate roster improvements. The Lakers' off-season strategy will play a crucial role in James' decision. General Manager Rob Pelinka is reportedly committed to assembling a competitive roster that aligns with James' championship aspirations. The team's ability to make impactful moves, such as acquiring veteran sharpshooter Klay Thompson, could influence James' willingness to re-sign. As the June 29th deadline approaches, all eyes will be on LeBron James. His decision will not only shape the Lakers' future, but also potentially mark the final chapter in a legendary career. Whether he opts in or out, James' next move will undoubtedly be a defining moment in NBA history.